A lot of hunting videos are about shooting the animals. Well, this one's not going to be about shooting the animal. This is going to be about getting the rewards of shooting the animal. I'm starting to clean this doe, and she's in real good shape. Look at all that fat on her. She would have made it through the winter in real good shape. All that fat and all the acorns, spring, maybe triplets. And just cut it up in chunks. Y'all just take the muscles like that and cut them up in chunks about the size of a, oh, I'd say about like that right there. And I'll throw them in ice. I'll soak them in ice about 3 days, changing water on it to get the blood out of it. And I'll take all these pieces and put them in jars and can them. And I can do a lot of stuff with canned deer. It lasts a long time. It don't take near as much room up in the freezer. Oh, it's good meat there. No steroids or nothing in this meat. You just go over the whole deer and just get pieces off of it all over, and then ain't nothing left but the bones. I'll show you how to cook it in different ways when you get it all processed out. This meat I cut up, I was going to put in jars to can. I put it in ice water for about 3 days. And I change the water every day. That way it gets all the blood out of the meat. Now it's been soaked up for 3 days. Now it's ready to put in jars and can it. A lot of the blood is soaked out of it, and I'll cut them up in smaller pieces to put them in a jar. But it'll be some good eating when I get through with it. I'm going to show you how I get everything ready to can my deer. I put the meat in little chunks, put them in a jar. Pack them in there pretty tight. You don't add no juice to it because it makes its own juice. I like putting a bouillon cube in each jar. I do my green beans the same way. But I'll put a bouillon cube in each jar. Put tops on them. Screw the lids on just hand tight. Don't get them too tight because it'll be hard to get off. And just start setting them in your water. You put about 3 inches of water up on your jar. I like this canner because it'll cook 7 jars at a time. Don't take near as much long. You pressure cook them for 90 minutes. You gotta put them on 10 pound of pressure. Once the pressure cooker gets up to 10 pounds, you just kind of regulate it so it'll stay on 10 pounds. It's just the way I do it. It ain't the only way to can deer meat, but you gotta be really careful because this is really dangerous. Food with all this high pressure. Make sure you get everything tight. Now that needle will get up to 10 pound of pressure, then that's when you start regulating the heat on it. Try to keep it under 10 pounds or less. But as close to 10 pounds you can get it. When your pressure gets up to about 10 pounds, you reduce your heat on it so it'll hold the same pound pressure for 90 minutes. You gotta keep an eye on it to make sure it don't go up or down very much. Hold it as close to 10 pounds as you can. 90 minutes on 10 pound of pressure and everything ought to be good. So now you just cool it off the burner, just let it cool off. In a minute or two we'll flip up the flipper and let the steam off. We'll let it cool off first. This is the part you gotta be really careful with, because that steam can burn you. I'll just let it cool off a little bit before I do that. As it cools off about 20 minutes, you take the top off and be real careful, because the steam will come rolling out and it's hot. Get your jar holders and get your jars out. We gotta be really careful, because everything is extremely hot. But you can make venison burgundy, beef stew, venison chili, venison soup. Oh, you can do all kind of things with this. But you gotta be extremely careful, because everything is so hot. This ain't the only way to do it, but this is the way I do it. Be real careful. Pure Country with Ricky Humphrey.